Thank you for joining us for yet another unboxing video. And today we have Fast and Furious Highway Heist, a cooperative strategy game by Prospero Hall. Fast and Furious Highway Heist. It's a game for ages 12 plus for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 60 minutes to play. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Get ready for an exciting new mission playing as Dom, Brian, Letty, Roman, and the rest of the Team Toretto on a harrowing high-speed heist. Go up against heavily armed enemies with your hot cars, daring driving, and jaw-dropping vehicle-to-vehicle leaps of faith. Whether you are taking down a swerving semi filled with valuable cargo, stopping a rampaging tank in its tracks, or bringing down a high-tech helicopter as it rains fire from the skies, you have to work together to take advantage of every team member's strengths. It's up to you to pull off the job, no other crew can do, I should say. There are 3 game scenarios that are included. You have the tank assault, semi-heist. You have the chopper takedown. And of course, there's a photo of some of the components that are inside the box. And here's your table of contents. Of course, this is brought to you by Funko Games. For more information, go to funkogames.com. This game was released in 2021. So let us crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. Fast and Furious Highway Heist. Really digging the art right there. Really captures the feel of the films. Here's your instructions. Again, it's for ages 12 plus for 2 to 4 players and takes about 60 minutes. Again, if you don't want to read the rules, right here they have a learn how to play video. funkogames.com/play Fast and Furious. There you go, your components. Game overview. In this cooperative game, you will play as a team in one of 3 scenarios, each of which offers different enemies, actions, and objectives. Tank assault, semi-heist, chopper takedown. I'm going to show you your setup. You have your difficulty levels. You have difficulty, you have easy, standard, or hard, or it's a beast. Examples of your setup that you would. Your core concepts, you have the road, player pegs and enemy pegs. You have adjacency. You have player vehicles, enemy SUVs, main enemy vehicles. You have wrecks. You have skill categories and ratings. So you got speed, control, athletics, and defense. Skill rolls. Of course, you have full color examples for you as well to help you guide you how to play the game. Damage and defense. You have Roman Pierce over here. Destroyed player vehicles. Boost tokens, boost yourself, assist a team member, special powers, exhausted characters, getting boost tokens, resolution order, and of course, playing the game. The game is played in rounds. During each round, each player will take 1 turn. The team can decide in what order players take their turns, and the order can be different in each round. Once a player starts taking their turn, they must complete it before the next player may take their turn. After all players have taken a turn, the round ends and players prepare for the next round. Each turn consists of 2 steps. Take 2 actions and roll the enemy die. And there's some actions you can take. You could drive, leap, ram enemy SUV, force, shake, brawl, hijack enemy SUV, or take boost token. Okay, then gives you more examples of leaping and ramming enemies, SUV, force the shake, brawl, hijack enemy SUV, take boost token as your last action. Then you have stunt actions. You have anatomy of a stunt card. So here's one of your cards you're going to have. It has a level and scenario, name and description, condition and diagram, skills roll, reward, and boost tokens. Roll the enemy die. You can slam them. You can move. The enemy peg. You damage, brawl, or move. Enemy card, main enemy moves, and the enemy cards. More about the enemy cards. First time you resolve an enemy card. Every time you resolve enemy cards for the rest of the game. And of course, they have anatomy of what you can find on each of the cards. You got the name, reveal effects, activated effect, and your scenario. End of round, you do road maintenance. You take care of wrecks, unmanned player vehicles, stunt card maintenance as well. End of the game. The game can end in one of several ways. If the player achieves the objective for the scenario, the game ends immediately and the team wins. If the players successfully perform the level 3 stunt action that wins the game ends immediately and the team wins. If the level 3 stunt card moves off of the road board during an end of round, leaving no stunt cards on the road board, the game ends immediately and the team loses. Some scenarios have special lose conditions. See scenario guides for details. And of course, you have your FAQs, or frequently asked questions, player actions, enemy effects. You have boosting and assisting. So in total, you have a total of 19 pages of instructions. Okay, there you go. And again, if you don't want to read the rulebook, you could always go to funkogames.com, play fast and /play fast and furious. And of course, more questions about the game, go to funkogames.com. So there's your rulebook. And then you have your scenario booklets. You have Chopper Takedown, Scenario Guide, Overview and Objective, the setup. Let's see what it says here. Your team has been joined by Ramsey, a powerful computer hacker. Ramsey is a passenger in one of your vehicles and possesses a highly advanced laptop. She is being hunted by Deckard Shaw in a reinforced sports car as well as a chopper. The chopper uses radar to track Ramsey's laptop and fire missiles at her while Shaw's car wreaks havoc on the road. Team wins if both Chopper and Shaw's cars are destroyed. This occurs when the Chopper strength cube and the Shaw's car strength cube both move off the right side of the scenario board. The team loses if either the level 3 stunt card moves off the west side of the road board during an end of round, or the player vehicle with Ramsey is destroyed. So there you go. You got your setups. You got Ramsey and the radar. Got examples for you. Got Shaw's car, movement and slamming, damaging his car. And then you have end of round. The main enemy vehicle, the chopper, space occupation, chopper movement, chopper moves, chopper fires, damaging the chopper, wrecks as ramps, midair ramming. Shaw's car movement and slamming, as I said before. End of round. Then it says tips and strategy, frequently asked question. Can I attempt a mid-air ram action if Ramsey is in my player vehicle? Does chopper movement affect the vehicles on the road? Can my player peg be on top of Shaw's car? If Ramsey is my player vehicle and my character is on foot, is my player vehicle manned? If Ramsey is in my player vehicle and I leap out of it to move on foot, does Ramsey come with me? So there's your first challenge, which is the chopper takedown. Then you have the semi-heist, the overview and objective, set up the new concepts. Again, you have main enemy vehicle, the semi movement, special actions, rules for handling cargo, opening the doors, throwing cargo, reactive stunts, end of round, and frequently asked questions as well. So they're set up exactly the same. And then you have scenario 3, the tank assault, overview and objective or setup. Main enemy vehicle, the tank movement, tank fires, damaging the tank, and end of round, and of course your tips and your frequently asked questions as well. So those are your 3 scenarios. Then we have the, let's see if this opens. Yes, it does. So on one side you have, doesn't matter what's under the hood, what matters is who's behind the wheel. Very cool. You flip that over. You have the game board. So you have place for your player boards and then lanes on a highway. Hence the name Highway Heist. Okay. So I'll just pick this up real quick. Put our game board down there, and that's about the size of it. It's a pretty small game board overall. So put this here, and we'll put our scenarios over here. Okay, let us continue moving forward. Then we have some reference sheets. Again, on your turn, take up to 2 actions. Roll enemy die, drive, leap, ram, force, shake, brawl, hijack enemy SUV, take boost token, flip that over. The enemy die, what it means, each of the icon which is on there, boost tokens, end of round. You get 4 of those. So you get your level 1, level 2, level 3 for that scenario. Again, scenario cards and scenario cards. So this one would be for the semi-heist. These are your stunt cards. Put those over. So all the fronts are the same. Take the whole thing. Condition, reward. Wrecking ball, condition, reward. They're all set up exactly the same way. Duck and cover, airmail, special delivery, human catapult, side splitter, inside job, and blow the door open. So again, these are your stunt cards for your scenarios. So there you go, and that's for semi-heist. Your stunt cards for tank assault. We got over the edge, conditions, rewards, stop hitting yourself, anchors away. Again, when you look at these cards, you have little icons everywhere. All these icons will be explained to you in the core rulebook. Sacrifice fly, human catapult, leapfrog, chain reaction, clothesline, and grappling hook. Last but not least, we also have the stunt cards for Chopper Takedown. I really like the artwork in this game so far. Really, really digging it. You got 2 birds. You got the condition and the reward. Borrowed weaponry. You got launch combo. You have slingshot, wrecking ball, spring fling, sidestep, insult to injury, take out the trash. And there you have this. Okay, then we have some cards. We've got enemies. Again, for each of the scenarios. So your enemy for Chopper Takedown. Again, loving the artwork. Moving it over. Okay, sorry. Shaw Surprise. When activated, sudden slam, scanning, title. Shaw Surprise. Operation Takedown. Fender Bender. Crunch Time. Hit and run. Let's see what this one says. Chopper fires. The player vehicle with Ramsey is dealt damage equal to the indicated by the radar. Chopper moves. Roll 3 for dice. If the chopper is in the east half of the road, move it west 1 space for each green. If the chopper is in the west half of the road, move it east 1 space for each green. Blockers place an enemy SUV directly in front of each player vehicle. When activated, nothing happens. So again, all these icons which you see here on the cards, those are all explained inside the rulebook. And those are all hit and run. So we put that right here. Then you have some cards for, so that's for Chopper Takedown. Again, your enemy cards for Semi-Heist. Cargo Thieves, Losing Ground. Demolitionist, Cargo Thieves, Jackknife, Losing Ground, Demolitionist. Let's take a look at Jackknife. Out of control, the semi loses control. Each wreck directly beside the semi is removed. Each vehicle directly beside the semi is pushed 1 space away from it. Each pushed player vehicle is dealt 4, obviously damage, and you roll that die for defense. If the semi door is open but was not blown open by the blow the door's open stunt, the door slams shut. Fender Bender, Cargo Thieves, and again, Fender Bender. Okay. Again, all the cards are set up identically. And then again, enemy cards for the tank assault scenario. Meat grinder, brake job, tank repairs. Cleanup crew. Let's see what it says for tank repairs. Repairman, place an enemy peg on top of the tank. Tank fires. Each player vehicle within 3 spaces of the tank, but not adjacent to it, is dealt 3 damage. Roll for defense. Blockers, place an enemy SUV directly in front of each player. When activated, if an enemy peg is on top of the tank, raise the tank strength by 2. May not exceed its strength at the start of the game. Rampage South. Meat grinder, cleanup crew, rampage north, and meat grinder. Again, those are your enemy cards. So you get your stunt cards and your enemy cards. You also have some dice. All the dice are identical. Nope. You got 5 dice that look like this that are all identical. So let's just show you one of those. That's nitrous, not sure. Blank. So you got two nitrous, you got a green dot, a 2 green dot, and you have a nitrous plus a green dot. I'm assuming that's nitrous. It could be a fire extinguisher, I'm not sure. So there you go. That's that. You got 5 dice that are identical to that. They roll very nicely. And then you have 1 die that looks like this. It's got a skull on it. A skull and an S. Got that. Car. Skull and an N. That's everything. Again, all the dice are explained in the rulebook. You have some tokens. These are all identical. Okay. Nothing important to the game. All right. So you have a whole big bag full of those. And they're all identical. You have some wooden cubes. 3 gray, 1 black, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 1 pink. Those are some cubes. They're plastic. They are not wood. They're definitely plastic, not wood. There you go. Got some cubes. Here's some more tokens here in. So you have a girl. It looks like a target on her. Looks like her eyes are closed. Maybe she's concussed, I'm not sure. These look like the package that they were talking about that are getting thrown from the truck. That's what that looks like to me. Big packages, got a bunch of these. Looks like you have some colored cards. A pink, a black, an orange, and a blue. And a couple of these tokens. There are 3 of those. Nice little baggie to keep those in. We'll get to those in a second. Here we have some of these. Again, I'm not exactly sure what they are used for. Oh, these look like missiles, but I'm not sure. But we're gonna take a look at them together. So you have a couple of these things. Not exactly sure what they're supposed to be. So, oh, these are the pegs. So maybe these are from the guys who are running. Maybe they go on the roofs of the cars when they're running to try to jump. You've got different colored ones. Maybe it means good guys, bad guys. It quite easily could be. So you got a bunch of gray ones. So it looks like you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. And then you have a black one, a pink one, an orange one, and a blue one. These must go with the dice, the cubes over there for different colors. So there you go. You got those, which we're going to come back to that in a minute, so I can show you how they look when they're placed on top of the vehicles. Then you have some race cars, which look like this. Different types of cars. Very cool. These I would say are 15 millimeter or 20 millimeter. A truck. These are also your street vehicles. Souped up sports cars. And you get 3 SUVs. All right. Now I'm just going to show you this real quick. So this should be very easy to go into. Blammo. That's how those would go in there. To show you that someone's crawling across the roof, I guess. And that's how it goes. It easily comes right out. It goes right in there like that. Nice and easy. So that's cool. So again, you got your sports cars here. So again, these are a few of your miniatures that come in the game. And you have more SUVs. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a total of 8 SUVs. So I'm assuming the bad guys are driving the SUVs, I'm assuming. And the good guys are in the various sports cars. All right. You also have a tank model. Again, these are not the most highly detailed miniatures, but you know what? They do the trick for the game, and they look pretty cool overall. And I like the fact that you have these markers that you can put right on top showing that you're moving across it. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. There's your tank. Then you have your truck with trailer. It moves, which is cool. Open up, that's where the packages are flying out of. So that's cool as well. It's a neat little truck and it moves, which is very cool again. And that flap comes down the back. Very cool. That's your 18-wheeler. And last but not least, you have your helicopter. Now you got the hole in the bottom because that goes right into your base, like so. Oh, there he went, flying. Literally, the helicopter went goodbye. That's what it would look like on the base. And it was flying overhead on top of everybody else. That's pretty darn cool if you ask me. Looks like a pretty enjoyable game overall. And again, you have your tray where you put all of your vehicles back in, and you have your token slots here and your card slots over here, just like every other game. And there is a couple other things underneath. Let's keep going. You have your trackers for each of the various different scenarios. So let's get these out here right. You've got your semi-heist. Your objective to win at the end of a round. All players must have a player vehicle, and each player vehicle must be in it the furthest east row of the road board with 2 cargo tokens and no enemy peg on top. Special rules, special actions. Your enemy deck goes over here, your other decks go here, and you're activate. You're shooting, so you got shotgun shells up top. That's cool. Let's take a look at the back. And that's for obviously the semi heist. And here's the setup where you place everything right there. So that's cool. That's a really nice game board right there. Then you have the chopper takedown. Again, set up exactly the same way. Your objective to win, destroy Shaw's car and the chopper while keeping Ramsey safe. Special rules, special actions. Up here we have radar, Shaw's car strength, and the chopper strength. Again, room for the enemy deck and your different more cards and for your activation. On the back is the scenario setup, which is really cool. That's on the back of that. And last but not least, you have your tank assault. Same thing again, special rules, your objective to win, destroy the tank. Tank damage, tank strength, its movement. The information over here. Again, tank strength goes from a 12 down to a 1. Again, your enemy deck, and you have your different cards that go down here. Then you flip it over, you have your setup and your rules. Or it's telling you where everything belongs and what miniature to use. This complete setup. So there you go. And there's Tank Assault. Very cool. And we also have the cars. Now you're using these fancy cars over here. And we've got player boards for the cars. And you got a Street Drifter. You have a hijacked SUV. You have the exotic supercar. Again, the hijacked SUV. And on the top here it says something else. So let's just take a look at that real quick. Manned vehicle, place player peg here while behind the wheel. All right, so you put it behind the wheel. Okay. You have up to 8 down to 2. I guess those might be wounds. Exotic supercar, release the beast. While your exotic supercar strength is 7 or 8, add 1 of this. Add this and that to skill rolls. Over here, this tells you something, but again, you have to read the rule book to know what all those icons mean. All right, so we read that one, we looked at that one, we looked at that one. Then we have the American Muscle Car. Launching wherever you successfully ram an enemy SUV, you may move the resulting wreck into an empty adjacent space. So you got that, that's cool. Again, you have the hijacked SUV, so you get out of the car and get one of those. And you got your import racer. Head start at the start of your turn. If your import racer is manned, you may move 1 space in any direction. And again, the hijacked SUV. So there's your 4 type of vehicles, and all of them on the back have the same, which is the hijacked SUV. So we have those. We'll put that up here somewhere. Put those over here. Now, you also have your main characters. You have Roman Pierce. All the boards are set up exactly the same way. Gives you his special rules, his actions: drive, leap, ram enemy SUV, force, shake, brawl, hijack enemy SUV, take boost token as your last action. So those are boost tokens. That's probably, again, it could be nitrous oxide. Speed, control, athletics, and defense. That's what all those mean like that. You flip that over. He's exhausted, so he loses abilities. Double alpha, whenever you successfully perform a stun action, take an additional boost token from the supply. Your boost token limit is 5 instead of 3. Exhausted, roll enemy die. There's your defense dies. Over here, it tells you, here's how many tokens you give up to, which is 5. Which is cool the way that this is done too. You would put the car, so let's say Roman Pierce is driving the import racer. It fits just like that, so you know which car he's driving. And if he switches out of that, gets the hijacked SUV, you could just switch it over, flip it over like that, and everything fits together. So that's really cool. I like that. That's pretty slick. I do like that. So you could be Roman Pierce, Han Solo. You have Tej Parker. Now I'm not sure. You have Dominic Toretto, Letty Ortiz, Not so happy with the eyes. It looks like her eyes are closed. His eyes are closed. Unless those are supposed to be sunglasses or something on there. You know, not so happy with that artwork. It's not very realistic. And then you have Brian O'Connor. Again, the exhausted's on the back of all of them. So you could be up to, including 6 different characters from the Fast and Furious movies. So we'll put those guys up on top of here like that. And that is everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of the board game Fast and Furious Highway Heist, a cooperative strategy game by Prospero Hall. Again, it's for ages 12 plus for 2 to 4 players. Brought to you by Funko Games. Of course, for more information, go to funkogames.com. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Of course, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time I release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.